Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video we're going to go through the Forex market outlook. We're going to take a look at the strength and weakness chart for this week. We're going to take a look at our major currency pairs and the currency pair of interest. So as we can see here, the euro's dropped in a little bit of strength. The pound has gained some value. It's gone from the reversal state from -5 up to -3, which is good, which is what we want to see. The Australian dollar has continued to gain some strength, but the Aussie US dollar price is at a really significant level. So we could start seeing that Aussie weakness starts creeping. I know we've been saying that for the past couple of weeks now, but this could be the point where price does reverse. Kiwis gained some slight value. Nothing really changes for dollar, CAD and Swiss, and nothing really changing for yen, although it's got slightly weaker. So let's go jump into our major currency pairs first, and let's go take a look at the dollar index. So what we saw on the weekly time frame was that last week was that price broke through and closed below the low, or the week before, and last week we've seen another dive to the downside. Looking left, we are at a little bit of support. It's just a minor zone where price has bounced from in the past. So what we can see is around about December 2019, price formed this low through here. Market rallied, dropped through, false breakout, rallied. So now we're retesting this zone. And if I actually go into a daily time frame, you can see we're starting to get some bullish candlestick form after a very long run of bearishness. So what I'm actually expecting here is for price to reverse and head back towards 98.54 in the short term, and then looking for that potential dollar weakness to continue, whether we break these lows or whether we continue down into this sort of 95 area, or just break down and then bounce. But I like the idea of price coming back, retesting those range lows around about 98.50 for some further downside. Going into euro, that would mean that we get a pullback on euro US dollar as well. Whether we'd get a retest of this zone is we don't know, because price seems to be quite far away from those previous structure highs, quite like the zone between the key level of 112 and this 1140 area. So if price was to drop down into here and the dollar index was at the point where it could reverse, then we'll look for long opportunities here on euro US dollar for that move to continue. Pound has broken out of the previous swing highs and closed above, so it'll be interesting to see how Monday closes. If we get a bearish candlestick, it'll be a false breakout of that high. But price really for pound is looking for a reversal at the moment. Pound strength could be coming in. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, we can clearly see this trend is to the upside, and the previous sort of 4-hour highs are lying through this zone here. So what we could actually see short term is price come back, retest these structure highs through here, and then bounce to the upside. So that's what I'm going to be looking for here on pound US dollar, with a rally up into potentially 128. Aussie, we've already kind of said that we're looking for that reversal once again, and I've marked out a bit of a 4-hour pattern. But what I'm actually going to do first is jump into the daily time frame, and what we can see is that the last time price was at this significant area in that overbought condition, we had a nice move to the downside. Are we going to get something similar again? We're not expecting price to obviously fall down here. That's just unrealistic. But what we could see is price retest that previous breakout high around about 0.6650. We can see actually, if I zoom right in, now the candlesticks are starting to become very low in range. The market is closing back within the previous highs and lows on each candlestick at the moment. And if we go into the 4-hour time frame, we are getting some bearish divergence, and that's forming because price is making these higher highs through here, and the RSI is forming lower highs. So we're actually getting some divergence here, which is adding a little bit of confluence to an Aussie US dollar short. Now what you can look for is either a break of this pattern or a break of the current lows, which is around about this 0.6880. So if price does take these current lows out, pulls back, look for that shorting opportunity on Aussie US dollar going into next week. Kiwi dollar, nothing to really to report here. I know Kiwi has gained a little bit, and we've surpassed the level which I was looking for some reversals from. So price still for me looking for a little bit more upside potentially to come from Kiwi. Kiwi and Aussie tend to follow each other, so we could also see a breakdown here as well, but it's not really of focus for me, Kiwi dollar. Dollar CAD could be about to rally back up. We set an order above this candlestick high, didn't get triggered and cancelled that order. But now we're back and retesting these previous structure highs. We could get a little bit of a rally into the lows, maybe around about this 137 area would be ideal for that continuation. So something like this at that point. So chart of the week, I'm going to ignore dollar yen and dollar Swiss, not really on the radar, although dollar Swiss has broken and formed a false breakout of this daily range, so it could suggest that price is moving back towards that 0.9800 highs. Okay, so keep your eye on that if that's something you're interested in. Even if you look to the 4 hour, you can see maybe inverse head and shoulders pattern could form with the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and a move to the upside. Chart of the week again is going to be pound Aussie because price is still pushing lower. We've had this really big downtrend, but now that the Australian US dollar price is at resistance, pound is breaking above resistance. That shows to me that this could move to the upside. And again, we've got this little bit of a pattern forming where price is just bottoming out a little bit. So what I'd like to see out of this market is a change of cycle on our 4 hour time frame. So if we take out this current high here, like so, then I'll look for the pullback back into that 1.82 or 1.83 level, and then look to get long on pound Aussie. I do really like this market still. I think it has a lot to offer. We're just waiting for some really good opportunity from it in terms of price action. Price is in that oversold condition. The last time it was there was around here, and look what rally we had out of that. So still very interested in buying pound Aussie, but only if it's right in terms of price action. So keep an eye on that this week, and I hope I'll speak to you very soon. And any comments and questions, as usual, drop them in the comments section below. Cheers.